Hey everybody, it's Carrie and I am back with another weekly chat video for you guys. I do have the puppy, so I thought we would start out with puppy talk right now. I've got Coco right here. Chanel is snoozing a little bit down in my lap. So here's Coco. She's not cooperating so you guys can see how long she is. She's not really liking that so much, but she has gotten bigger this week, haven't you? They are 9 weeks old today. And they're doing really well. They are playing a lot. They're fighting with each other. They are doing better with the potty training. We're doing better, not 100%. I don't know when it'll be 100%. Probably with dachshunds, not ever at that point, but they are doing very well. They're going to go to the vet on Monday for their 3rd rounds of vaccinations. So the vet will check them over again and see how they're doing, but so far they seem to be doing really well. Let me wake Chanel up and put Coco down for a minute. Here is Chanel. Chanel, you want to look at the camera? Look at the camera. There she is. See, look at my pink nose. When you start owning puppies, you start doing puppy talk to them. Oh well. Or baby talk, I should say, to the puppies. But she is a little bit bigger than Coco. And she cooperates a lot better. It's kind of funny, their personalities have, I think, changed a little bit. When I first brought them home, Chanel was the whiner, and Coco was so laid back, you could do whatever, just put her in the crate, she didn't whine, whereas Chanel whined a lot, and they have really changed personalities. Chanel has become so much calmer since I started letting them sleep in the bathroom. I put their bed in there, and that's where they sleep at night, and Chanel's gotten so calm, and Coco, on the other hand, has gotten very hyper. Very hyper. She squirms a lot more, whines a little bit. Chanel likes to whine to be picked up, so she loves to be held. She's kind of cuddly, but just really docile now, and just very calm. She's so sleepy. Look at her. Just absolutely loves to be held and to sleep in your lap. So I'm going to go ahead and put her down, and I'll show you a little bit more of them before I end the video. I say we, I mean you and me is what I'm kind of talking about right here. So, but overall they're doing really well. I mean, the vet will give them another once over and make sure everything is going well with them. The only weird thing, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why I'm thinking about it. And it may not be weird at all, but one of Coco's ears looks like it's gotten bent, and I'm going to show you. It's this one right here. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's not hanging like the other one. I'm not sure what to think about it. I've just noticed it this past week, and I'll mention it to the vet. I try to straighten it out, and it just goes right back in that weird position. I don't know if it's because of the fact that Chanel has chewed on her ear so much that it's doing that, or if it's just going to be she's just going to have a weird looking ear. I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't seem to bother her whatsoever. I play with her ears. The vet said really like rub their feet so it gets them used to it. And I kind of rub their ears sometimes too, because they have to have their ears cleaned out, and getting them used to having somebody touch their ears is easier on them when they get their ears cleaned out. But other than that really weird thing with her ear, everything seems to be going well with them. So I don't know. It just may be she's getting bigger, and that's just the way her ear is going to look. So I'm not really worried about it, but I just thought I would point that out to you guys. The poor thing's got a kind of a odd looking ear now. But anyway, let's get into some other chat for the week. How have you guys been doing? I hope all is going well. So last Saturday, after I did my chat video, I went out and early voted. Now, I'm not going to get political with you. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. But if you are living in the United States and you are of the legal age to vote, you definitely should go out and vote. It is your right as a citizen of the United States to do that if you're 18 or older. So I definitely encourage everybody to get out there and do that. I have never early voted before because to me it always feels like you should just do it on the day of the election. But I heard that there was probably going to be just crazy, crazy lines the day of the election, and it could be just hours and hours of wait time, and I just didn't really have any desire to do that, so I went last Saturday and early voted, and from the time I pulled into the parking lot till the time I got back out to my car, it took about 19 minutes, so not bad at all. The longest period of time that was taking so long is because you have to go to a different area to vote than your normal precinct. They had to do a lot more, it seems like paperwork, I would say, overall. But other than that, it was pretty quick and easy. So definitely get out there and vote if you are in the United States. So I just thought I would share that with you. But again, not getting political here. You just need to figure out for yourself who is the best person to vote for. So one other thing that's been, this is going to be so silly. I've got these on the table behind me, and I've got other notes right here. I'm going to look at my notes in just a minute. But, okay, reason why I said this is going to be so silly, I have become obsessed with advent calendars. And I think one of the reasons being is because until I started watching YouTube, I never really knew about advent calendars. I never had them growing up in my house. I didn't even know they existed. And I'm saying that with with a disclaimer maybe, because I do remember seeing them in some Christmas movies, but I really didn't put two and two together that was an advent calendar. I know they've been around for hundreds of years, and I believe they started out kind of religious based. The 24 days leading up to Christmas. Some advent calendars have 25 days, some just have 24, but anyway, since I started watching YouTube, I have just become obsessed with them, and so I've never had one before, so this year I was like, I want to get some of those advent calendars. I've been watching different YouTubers and seeing what advent calendars they were sharing, and there's been several of them that I would love to have gotten my hands on. Here's my aggravating problem. Most of these I can't get a hold of in the United States. They seem to be located in the United Kingdom, and I can't get most of them here. If you want a chocolate one or a Legos one, those seem to be easy to obtain, and I do have some chocolate ones to show you, and I'm going to go ahead and show you those now. But I was more interested in some of more of the beauty advent calendars. So here's one of the chocolate ones. I ordered this from Amazon, and this is Cadbury Dairy Milk. I love Cadbury's, or Cadbury chocolate, so I got that one off of Amazon. I want to say this was like $6 and something. This came Prime, so I think it was probably somewhere in the United States, but on that note, the date is written the way the British people write their dates. They put the day first, then the month, then the year. And in the United States, we do that different. But we all know Cadbury's from England, right? So this is good until April the 30th of 2017. So that's the date on that one. And this other date back here is the date that the Americans would put it on there. So it came Prime, so I got it in like 2 days. So I'm assuming that this was already somewhere in the United States. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to the seller on that one. Then I got two others that I bought at World Market. I'm not sure of the prevalence of World Market, but they have them in Middle Tennessee. There's some in different locations around Nashville. So I got a Mars one, and I was really wanting the Cadbury one, so I ended up ordering that one off of Amazon. World Market didn't have the Cadbury, even though they sell Cadbury's candy. But I got this Mars one, and it is, let's see if it says anything. It just says Mars Chocolate UK. Anyway, there's that one. And then I just knocked the big one off the table. I got this one from Maltesers right here. And this one seems to be, it says Mini Reindeer for Christmas Eve. So I don't know if that's indicating that there's going to be a mini reindeer on the 24th of the month, but it does have the largest opening, so it seems like to me I am going to get a mini reindeer for Christmas Eve. So there's that one. Let me pick up the one I just knocked in the floor. So after watching a lot of different advent calendar kind of unboxings on different YouTube channels. I watched some by Josie from Fashion Mumbler, and then Fleur. I watched hers, and this was one of the advent calendars. I know Fleur was opening this one, and I don't remember if Josie opened this one as well. So this is from L'Occitane, and so there is a L'Occitane store at the mall at Green Hill. So I called them as I was watching Fleur's video. I called them. I said, "Do you have the advent calendars in stock?" And they did. It does tell you what's on the back of it. I haven't really paid attention because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but there was seemed to be a lot of good stuff in here from her video. And just check out Fleur de Force's advent calendar video for 2016, and you can see some stuff in this one. And they did have it opened in the store with all of the little days open for the month. But I just thought, if you want to see the back of it, I don't know how much of that's coming in clear, but there it is right there. But I am going to not pay too much attention to that because I want each day to be a surprise. But I was really wanting the Kiehl's one as well, and there is a Kiehl's store at the mall at Green Hills as well. So I went into that store since I was already going over to the mall to get that one. Oh, by the way, the price on that one was $55 US. I don't know how much it was in British pounds. The chocolate ones from World Market, I want to say were around 8 something. I don't really remember on those, but 55 on the L'Occitane, which seemed to be pricey, but for 24 deluxe sample sizes, I was like, that's like just a little over $2 a sample, deluxe sample, so I didn't think it was that bad. I really wanted that Kiehl's one. So I went up to the Kiehl's store after I got the L'Occitane one, and they never even heard of an advent calendar for Kiehl's. They're like, "What are you talking about? I don't know." And I'm like, "Yes, Kiehl's has one. I've seen it on YouTube videos, blah, 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 blah." They're like, "Sorry, we don't have them." So I tried to Google them, and it seems like it was being sold in some different stores in the UK, and you cannot get it here. They were just like, "Nope, not going to do it." And then there was a Clarins one as well, and I couldn't get that one. I think the Clarins one was sold on Clarins online, and then Boots UK site. So I thought this was interesting. There's a Boots US site and a Boots UK site, but they don't have the same products, and the Boots US site didn't seem to have any advent calendars whatsoever. So just very frustrated about that. Then I was interested in the Jo Malone. I heard how much it was in British pounds. I don't know the exchange rate, but it seemed to be pretty expensive in British pounds. And so I was like, well, let's look at that. So I checked it in Nordstrom. They're like, "No, we don't have them. Only the boutiques have them." And I think there are a few boutiques in the US, but I don't know where they are. They are not in Tennessee. So they're like, "Sorry, we don't have them." But they did have some gift sets, but I was kind of like, one of the gift sets had 5 or 6 products in it, and it didn't have the little doors. It just was like a gift set, and it was like $205, and I really wasn't in love with all those products. So I believe the advent calendar for Jo Malone was 200 and something pounds, British pounds. So we're probably looking like $400 and something. And then I was thinking, you know what? I really wouldn't have spent that money on it anyway. But there was just no getting it to the US, especially from Jo Malone, just .com. They're like, "We don't ship outside of the UK." Then there were some others. The Liberty London looked pretty interesting. It launched on October the 26th. Couldn't get that one either. Like, "We don't ship this product to the US," where they do ship some product to the US, but they didn't ship that. I checked out Selfridges, and they didn't ship any of their advent calendars to the US. So it's just been very frustrating. And then I got to thinking, there's probably a lot of those out there that I was like, I really wouldn't even want them if I had the access to get them. There was a couple of the others that I think I could have gotten. ASOS is selling one, and it didn't seem any problem if you want to order it whatsoever. It was on the US site of ASOS as well as the UK site. So, it's not, I think it's the same site, you just change currencies. But I decided not to order that one. It was like I want to say 70 to 80 something dollars around in there. And I was like, the products in there, I wasn't wowed by them enough to go, I really want that one. And then there was a Look Fantastic one, and I came this close to ordering it. And I think it would have shipped because I was going to order through PayPal or pay for it through PayPal, and it let me go all the way. I was almost there, ready to hit the send button or whatever button that would have actually bought it, the buy button, and I just changed my mind because it was going to be with like everything, tax and shipping or whatever all they were going to charge me. It was going to be like $106 US. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I want those products that much. And kind of how and I know I'm going on and on about this, it's kind of crazy, but I've been frustrated. I know it's crazy. But one of the reasons I was kind of like really backed off of getting the one from ASOS and the one from Look Fantastic, despite the fact that a lot of the products I was just like, not really sure I want to spend that much money on them. Sephora's VIB and VIB Rouge sale is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to save my money for products that I actually really want. So that's kind of what stopped me from getting the ASOS one and the Look Fantastic. So let's get into more topics besides just advent calendars. Knocking my stuff over. Oh, okay. I already talked about voted. That was on there. I got my car's oil changed last week. Glad to get that done. I hate doing car stuff, but that happened. I just thought I would share that with you. I sold an eBay item last night. Thank goodness. It has been a month. Just a couple days over a month since I've sold anything. I didn't realize it had been that long because I've just been in puppy world right now, but it has been so long since I sold anything, so I was so thankful for that sale, and I do need to go drop that off at the post office after I'm done with this video. Let's see. I wrote a couple things down, and I was like, I'm not sure if I want to talk about that, but since I've already brought my note out, might as well. I was just talking away and my camera cut me off, and I'm not really sure where it cut me off, so I'm just going to start over with this thought I was going on and on about, and that is brands copying other brands. And number one, I will say, if a company or an individual designs an item to look exactly like another brand and then puts the designer brand logo on it, that is illegal. I'm 100% against that. Where you take a fake item and put a real designer name on it, that is wrong. So I'm not even I'm going to really give you my opinion other than to say it's wrong. It's illegal to sell those products in the United States. In many countries in Europe, it is illegal to buy those products. So just warning you about that. If you are ever going to go to Europe and you see the fake designer bags being sold on the street corners or around the streets, here's the thing to remember. If it looks like the person selling them can grab their stuff and run from the police, don't buy from them. It is illegal, and you guys can be fined for buying them. So just a warning about that. So I'm against that. But the dupes, how I feel about that, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I am kind of like okay with some of them if it doesn't look exactly like it, but looks close. I have no issue with that because think about it this way. How many different ways can a t-shirt actually look? It's going to have a hole for the neck and 2 holes for your arms, so in the sleeves. So yes, they can do different graphics on it. They can rip it. They can do different things. They can sew ruffles on them. But overall, I think, you know, almost everything that probably could be designed has been designed. There's, you know, when they say there's nothing new under the sun, that seems to be the case. Because structurally, most articles of clothing kind of have to be the same way. Yes, they can do different things, but overall, you know, most things kind of will have generally the same shape. I mean, think about it. A skirt is going to have basically 2 holes in it. It's going to be like a circle with 2 holes, one for the waist and one for your legs. So pants are going to be the same way. They're going to have, you know, a waistline, a waistband, and 2 legs, and then holes in the feet. So you get what I'm saying. So a lot of things are going to look exactly alike. And many designers have been accused of copying other designers. One that I have read about the most that is notorious for copying other brands is Michael Kors. I don't think that is news right there because so many people have talked about that online. Other designers have accused him of doing that. He just makes his products look like other designers, and people buy his products because they look like other, his handbags look like other, thousands of dollars worth of handbags. Some of his bags look like the Chanel, some of them kind of look like the Birkin, so you get what I'm saying. I did a dupe video for the Bauman jacket. I love the Bauman jacket. Will I ever own one? Who knows? I will not be buying any one of those jackets anytime in the near future, but who knows, down the road I may get one. I don't know right now, but I love the way it looks, and so I was interested in buying some jackets that looked like that one. And I did buy 4 of them that I thought generally looked like it, but then again, a jacket is going to pretty much look like another jacket. Yes, they can do other things to it to make it look different, but overall, you're going to have arms, you're going to have, a lot of times it could be, it may have one button, it may have multiple buttons, it may button on the inside, but regardless, a lot of jackets just look alike. So, same thing with handbags. So I could just go on and on about that. But one lady that I watch, her YouTube channel is Chase Amy. I love watching her channel, and she does a lot of designer stuff on her channel. She has, I don't even know how many Chanel handbags she has, but I believe she was contacted by a specific brand, and she was allowed to, I think, pick out a bag, and the bag that she chose pretty much looked like a Birkin handbag, other than the fact it had this, like, emblem or seal on the front of it, but the design itself looked like a Birkin. And she took a lot of hate in that video. A lot of people commented. Some people said she was a sellout doing it, and I'm really not sure what I think about it. I personally would not have wanted that particular bag, but I don't know. I'm not sure what my thoughts are on that, or on the things that are clearly not putting the designer label on it, but it looks almost exactly like the item. And there was this one sweater that I've been contemplating ordering. There's a sweater from Isabel Marant. I will try to link it below if you guys want to see what it looks like. It is beautiful. I love it, but it's very expensive. So I was going to kind of wait for it to go on sale, which will probably happen next year, and then pick it up next year and just, wait for the sale. Well, this other brand that I cannot for the life of me remember the name right now, but I will link it below as well so you can see both of them if you choose to do so. It has the same looking sweater. I cannot visually tell the difference from the photos, which one is the real one, which one is the fake one, and or which one is the inspired one, I should say. But the Isabel Marant one is like $540 for the sweater. The dupe was like $69. And I was like, I really wanted to order it, but then I'm like, it looks like it to a T. I cannot find any difference in this sweater. And, imagine if I had both of them in my hands, I would be able to tell you which one the difference, because a lot of times it is so easier to tell which one has the better quality. But regardless, so I have not ordered that yet because I'm thinking, is that like selling out when you get something that looks just to the T? And I just didn't know, but it was just making me feel uncomfortable enough that I could not bring myself to order that sweater. As of right now, I may talk myself into it later, or I may just wait for the Isabel Marant one to go on sale and get it next year sometime. So, but anyway, what are your thoughts on the dupes that look so much like the real one that you really can't tell it apart unless you look at the label on the inside? I don't know, but I was like, it just made me really... I just didn't feel comfortable. That was just me. Other people will feel comfortable and have no issue with that. And basically, as long as they're not putting the designer label on the dupe, then it's not illegal at all. So it's it's kind of like you can do that. It's okay. A lot of designers don't like it, but it is the way it is. So what are your thoughts on that? Right now, I was just like, it was just so close that I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But anyway, I think that was pretty much all I was wanting to share in this video. Let me wake the puppies up so you can see them again. They are all snuggled up on my lap right now. Here is Chanel. She was sleeping on Coco. Oh, she's such a sleepy puppy. Look at that face. Look at that face. Let me get Coco. She just got comfortable since I picked Chanel up. Here's Coco. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't think they're really interested in saying bye right now. But anyway, they will go to the vet on Monday, and I will let you guys know how they're doing. But right now, it's their 9-week-old birthday, and we're not really doing anything to celebrate. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful week. Bye, guys.